Hello and welcome to another episode of Pat's Chat. After a short break, I'm very happy to be back with another awesome guest. And today it's Andrea Shapka. Hi, Andrea. How are you today?
Hi, Pat. Really good, really good. It's a good day today.
Wow, awesome. Thank you very much for your time and joining me today. I'm really looking forward for the talk with you. I think a lot of interesting things to share. First of all, as always, I want to know a little bit more about yourself. So how do you see yourself as a person?
As a person, we have two images, how I see myself and how others see me. So
Yeah.
I like to make it as close as possible.
Sure.
So I'm totally honest and straightforward. I am very famous about it that I cannot lie, because if I try, I get very blushy.
Oh, that's
so
good to know.
it's just impossible for me. So I'm rather going for being very straightforward and very honest, and I'm very simple in a way, because I'm coming from a dancing background, and it's very easy for me to go for the basics. So I try to talk on a basic ways and simple ways that people can connect with and can relate to. On the other hand, I'm very hyperactive, so I have a lot of things ongoing, and I like to have it like this. I have to have my own time too, so I'm also can say that I'm an introvert too, although I'm doing a lot of connections and socializing. But I like to stay like 2-3 days sometimes just alone, to look back and to check myself whether I'm still on the right path. I'm quite outgoing person, so I like to meet people, I like to connect with people. And I'm also taking care of myself, and I do a lot of sports, again, because of my dancing background. Mm-hmm. So I think these are the
Yeah, good. And of course, I've got to mention you're originally from Hungary, currently in KL. I saw, usually we figure out, or we think like, wow, someone comes from Hungary, is from Budapest, because that's the place we know, one of the most beautiful cities in Europe, I think. But you're coming from a very small town. I think it's called Sarvas. Maybe I said incorrectly.
You like Sarvas, yes. It means deer. So the meaning of the word is deer in English. And it's in the southeast, very close to the Romanian border. And the city itself has 17,000 inhabitants. So it's a very small, beautiful city with the river going through it in the middle. So I had a beautiful childhood there with a lot of nature and a lot of exciting things going around the city.
I can imagine, yeah. But eventually you still make your way to Budapest to study, I think. And as you mentioned before, your early focus was on sports. You started dancing at 6, right? That is very early.
Yes, I was very, but my mom did the best thing. She sent me to everywhere. Basically, I was debating, drawing, singing, playing the piano, even tried taekwondo and dancing. But I decided for dancing for various reasons. Especially because of the push-ups. When I had to do a lot of push-ups at the taekwondo lesson, after 1 week, I don't want to do it anymore. So I rather went to dancing with the beautiful dresses. For a girl like me, it was like nice, and the competitions, the company, it was a really good background for me. But yeah, I tried a lot of things, and I'm really thankful for this, for my parents, that they showed me a lot of the big palette, and I could choose one of my best favorites, and this became my passion, dancing.
Yes, okay, that's awesome. And besides the sport, you started studied economy.
Yes, I'm an economist on bank management and stock exchange, according to my diploma.
According to the diploma, that means today you're not so interested in that topics anymore.
No, I have to say it was a little bit of a push to, let's earn a lot of money. So my parents wanted me safe in life. So I went to the International Business School in Budapest, and I became an economist by my diploma, but I have never really worked in that field. I was a foreign trade agent. I was a multinational at a multinational companies. I was doing a lot of like team leadership. I was doing even service agent and also customer agent. So I was a lot of things. For 10 years, I was going from one position to the others, and then I got more closer to coaching at my last company. I was working for 7 years, always changing positions, and the last 2 years was about lean management. If you know lean, it's a manufacturing methodology, how to optimize it, and we did it for the office, and that was bringing me closer to coaching, and that's when I started to be interested in coaching and branding.
Okay. And coaching and branding was basically also what you obviously started to love. You're still doing also today. You moved to Malaysia in 2016, something like that, 4 or 5 years ago. What was the reasons for that? Why Malaysia?
Yeah, that's a long story, but to make it short, I was living in a long-distance relationship with my partner for 3 years. We were just going to each other from Luxembourg to Budapest, from Budapest to Luxembourg. And after a while, we were considering to move closer because we had to manage somehow this relationship. So I was considering to move to Brussels because I really loved the city and it was close to both of us. It was a nice compromise. But before I went there, I already packed everything. Everything was in the suitcase. My boyfriend called me that, okay, I got a call from my boss. Do you know Kuala Lumpur? And I was like, Kuala Lumpur, sorry to say this, but I didn't really concentrate on this area of the world. So I didn't know where is Kuala Lumpur and what is Malaysia. So I had to check on the map, and I was really like, wow, that's a tropical place. Let's go. So that was how we ended up in Kuala Lumpur 4 years ago. And my parents were not so happy about it because it's 9,000 kilometers, so we don't meet that much anymore. But on the other hand, it's a great opportunity. So I really love this change. It's a different culture with a different aspects, a lot of insights. So I grow because of this a lot. Because of this move.
Okay, that's a nice story. So move closer together. You changed entirely, went to Asia. That's great.
Yes, and first time because we never lived together before, so wow, it was a huge step.
okay, it's a bit of a risk also, right? And
yes.
but obviously it works out quite well. I'm happy to see that. And of course, that also had a big impact on your business life, right? Because before you were an employee, as you just said, you worked for a company, but then you moved to Malaysia. I can see you started your own companies, your own ventures that are growing and are developing. How was that change for you, or what really inspired or motivated you to not look for just for a job when you relocated here?
Yeah, so this was a long way to go. I have to admit that the first 1.5, 2 years was through suffering. I was spending a lot of time on the couch crying. I was on the sofa and I was just on my own and figuring out what to do, because as we talked about it before, I was totally independent. I had my work, I had my salary, I had my own dance school in Hungary. So everything was ready. And when I moved here, I became totally dependent on my now husband. And that means that I even had to ask money for simple things, like I want to go out and I want to do things. And it became very embarrassing. And the feeling of not being able to do things like this, very simple things, made me very depressed. And I know many people are going through this as foreigners, changing countries, especially the spouses or the wives. And I felt really down, but I was really lucky because he was supporting me all the way. And I did it for myself, actually. The change and all this, what you see now, why I built this up, was coming from this deep pain of just finding a solution for myself, because I tried to search for work, but because I'm a foreigner, not a lot of companies can allow me on my level as a lean management or a team leader. That level, is not really sought for in Malaysia or in Asia. So it was really hard for me to search for a job. And when I got a lot of no's, it was also pushing me down. So I was like, I have to come out of that. And that's when I decided, okay, I will solve it for myself. And that's why I started entrepreneurship.
Okay, that's nice. So you basically were pushed into that. I think you also started with another dance school or community, at least in Malaysia. So we're coming back to the dancing. That's called Dance with Me Asia. How did you create that community?
So basically, that was one of my tools to get connected to my new home, to the people here. Because before I came, I already wrote to a lot of dance communities. Hey, I'm coming. I'm Andrea. I'm dancing everything. I would like to join you. And I was really happy because in Malaysia, there are a lot of dance communities, and they are doing a good job of building up big events, and they have social dancing, and everything is working fine. So I started to connect with them. And because dancing is very easy for me, it's my passion, I started free classes every single Friday. I still remember in 2016, I arrived in May, and in 2 months after, in July, I already started to do every single Friday free dance lessons for people at the mall.
Awesome.
And then it grew into a big community. Now we have parties with hundreds of people. So it's really nice to have this as my passion.
Wow, that's great. A great start. And as you say, it was more of like a practical thing, right? So you get into the connections.
The community. Yes,
community,
exactly.
you can establish yourself here. I read in one of the interviews, someone asked you to describe yourself as an instructor. And we've got to mention your main focus is on the tango dancing. Maybe I'll ask you later why is it tango, but let me ask you this one first. So you describe yourself there as like encouraging, emotional, practical, intuitive, and inventive. So that's very nice terms. And I saw your emotions already. I see you're very emotional when you talk about the topics that you're really doing. Which is really awesome. I see the passion you have in the things you really do. But how did that help you? Or let's say in other words, how did like this this description that you have for yourself, this characteristic, help you in the business world also?
I think dancing is something that everyone should try once, because it gives you discipline, it gives you the power of improvisation, it gives you the power of connecting with someone else, it gives you a lot of empathy, because if you are dancing with someone, you really have to work together, you really have to connect with the person in front of you. And in networking, in business, this is one of the basics that you have to do, right? The body language, how you are just presenting yourself in front of other people. Like a lot of people like how you do that, you are so gracious. And I'm saying like, yeah, this is how I grew up, because every single time I had to be like this in front of the the people. So my presence will be always stronger because of that. And intuitiveness and all these, the improvisation skills. If you think about the changing environment in a competition, when you're competing with other couples, you always have to be ready to change, or some sudden things happens, your heel breaks down or something. You have to really start to think how you will solve it. I have been at the competition where they didn't allow me to compete in my dress because there were a lot of sparkling diamonds on it, and that competition didn't allow, right?
Wow.
So I put a normal polo, a t-shirt on it, and I was competing in that. And instead, although it was like this, we won the competition, because somehow it's not really about how you look and all these things. It's about how you are adapting to the situation. And in business, it's the same. So many things that I learned from dancing are applicable to the business. And what you see here, that I'm managing all these things together, it's also because of my dancing background, and because how it made me think and how I see a bigger picture. Actually, this is what I can say, that dancing gave me a bigger picture and a better connection with other people. And I built it into my coaching methodology. So I'm using it when I'm coaching people. And I also have it in my branding because dynamics are really important. So.
Okay. But people don't have to dance when you coach them, right?
No, they don't. It's more about like, connections and small things. I just make it like a easy example to understand things. And it's most of the time working.
Okay, awesome. Really, really great to see that connection between the sports dancing and the business that you're doing. Why tango?
Why tango? Yeah. That's a good question. So I was competing in ballroom dance, all the 10 dances for 20 years. So it was a long, long way to go. But there, you have always set choreographies, you have one partner, and you always are doing the same things and you are repeating, right? You still evolve, but it's very, on a way, rigid, right? And tango, it opened up a new world. Because tango is about changing partners constantly, connecting to new big people all the time, feeling the people in a deeper way. I always say it's like reading novels, you always change to a different novel and you have to be able to read it. And this really helps to connect with people, and the empathy level that you have during a tango song. With a tango, we call it tanda, when you are dancing together for 4 songs. It's a great time just to connect, and then you just enjoy the dance. So tango is a miraculous thing, and they use also for therapy. I'm also an art therapist, and we use it to help people to be more empathetic and to feel how is it leading someone and how is it to follow someone. This is something also in business very important as a leader. If you see the leadership methodologies today are struggling because the traditional way is not working anymore, and this is something that they miss out, the other perspective, to see the person from the other perspective and to connect with them.
Okay, interesting. I just had another question with that, because like you said in yourself, you're an introvert, but when you dance, especially when you dance tango, also you're very close, right? And I think there must be also a difference between Europeans and Asians when it comes to dancing, because like in Europe we already used a little bit more body contact in general, right? Even when we say hello, maybe we give kisses or something like that, which is not the case in Asia. Do you see like really a big difference there, and how do you help like in this part, right, that people get more comfortable in the end to get to closer body contacts also?
So with tango, it's really easy, because if you are not letting yourself to open to the other person, you will not really enjoy the dance. Although, as you said, the culture is really different. And on a way, I see every single person from every country is different. That means that when you dance with them, you feel the mood. An Italian guy will be different, then a Korean guy will be different. The people in Kuala Lumpur are different because of the cultural background. And you said, right, the Asians are a little bit more back, but I wouldn't say that it's a bad thing, because me as a European, I'm adapting to their level of connection. And this is the way how the world should be, right? So not just coming in and, bulldozering everyone down, and then I'm the European, I'm doing this and that, but also to get to know the people on the other side of the world, like really open up. And tango is something that you just can scan the person through very, very fast. And Asians, they are keeping their distance, but they're still very kind and very gentle. So it's really nice to dance with them. There is no aggression. There is no different cultures, and then you feel all the cultures inside the dance.
That's awesome.
It's really amazing.
Okay, great. That's really interesting to hear that. So let's change a bit topic. Let's go away from the dancing, though that is like your main part of your life, I think, and everything is connected a little bit around that. As I hear that. You mentioned before you have really a lot ongoing here in KL, the Dance with Me Asia, Globalicious Consultancy, where you do more the branding and the coaching, I think. You have Global Weekly Entrepreneur webinars also ongoing. How do you manage to put that everything under one head or one roof, as we say?
So it took a lot of time. Firstly, I had also another one, which was like Change Your Life, Socialize. I still kept the the email address. So that was a short term at the beginning. So it's like a learning path, you know, that you go together. And I had three things in my mind, and I teach it to everyone in my coaching also. You have your profession, you have your passion, and then you have also the contribution that you are doing to other people, right? So how you are seeing yourself. And these three had to come together for me. In some way, dancing is my passion, so it's fueling my motivation, and it's fueling the way how I see things and how I approach things. My profession, the branding, is rather like it's something that I really like to do because I'm a strategic thinker. I like to do the brand identity and the brand strategy because it's like mapping people, like I told you, again connected to the dancing, that I like to see the person and I like to offer them the option to go on their path and to really use their own inner talents and their things, because it will fuel their business. That will be the engine of their business. And then the contribution, the third part, it's something that I felt I didn't feel fulfilled until I didn't give back to the society. So I was like, yeah, I have my profession, I have this passion of dancing, but how will I give back? How will I contribute? How will I help to change the world? How will I make it a better place, right? And that was the contribution of the women empowerment that I felt about really, I felt really passionate about that too, because as a European white person coming to Asia, I met with a lot of things here as a woman also. So it was, all the three just came together. And when you have this vision of putting the three things together, you don't really have to think, oh, this is so many things and this is like how you manage it. I have a big calendar. I have a lot of notebooks around. I have my own little thing is how to do during the days. And I have a few days when I just switch off, and that makes the good balance.
Okay, yeah, to recharge a little bit.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. How you prefer to recharging? What is your favorite way?
I like to travel. Malaysia is an amazing place to go around. There are a lot of beautiful places, so we just escape somewhere around with my husband. I like to read. And I still have my childish part, so every Sunday I watch a Walt Disney movie.
Okay.
Because that's totally switching off my mind, and I don't have to think about anything. So these kind of things are the ways how I
okay. That's great. Okay, you mentioned just before the women empowerment, and we can see in especially in LinkedIn, you're doing a lot of marketing for that platform. It's a summit happening in October, but I want you to let the audience know more about this. What is it about? And again, maybe in a bit more details. Why is it important to you? Why you started that? What is your target for it?
So let's start about what is it about. Like
yes,
the Global Online Women Empowerment Summit is a 4-day summit, and we will I already put together a big expert group. It's still growing and I'm still working on the list. And all the experts will give value for the people who are struggling through these challenging times. We are all having problems. We are all adjusting to the new or the new normal, as everyone is talking about it. And this summit will help people to have the booster, the positive energy, the uplift or the elevation to move out from this negative vibe and to try to restart or reboot their lives. And all the experts will go around the wheel of life if you know that. And we will touch from each and every topics around the wheel of life, like financial, environmental, health, emotion, family, significant others. We will touch a little bit of topics, those topics which are really burning issues today. And we will also touch the domestic abuse, bullying, cyberbullying, also a lot about the domestic violence, because it became very urging to talk about during this, the lockdown, because the numbers were going up. So I feel responsible to talk about it. So that's in short the summit. It will be like a TV channel running for 3.5 days, and everyone can choose the program what they would like to watch, and it will be interactive. And I am including the little girls, the boys. You will see it's a little bit more than empowerment. I want to switch from women empowerment to lose the labels and to go to empowerment. And this summit is aimed to make the change and to switch people to think a little bit differently about empowerment. And why I started it is because I saw a lot of people coming to me, especially ladies, about frustration that they are at home and they have to deal with everything, and it's really hard for them to manage the job, the kids, the husband, and everything together. And I feel that, again, coming from my background of understanding people and dealing with people every single day, I see that there should be, I call it an independent union, and we need to go towards that, to find a balance between men, women, and kids, and the different generations, right? Because there are gaps now going to digitalization. A lot of people are left back behind because they just are not so tech savvy. So this summit is touching all the things that I feel it's urging and big problems today, and I try to close a little the differences between the age groups and the labels, the genders, the races. So yeah, that's the summit about.
Okay, awesome. That was a good summary, and basically, I'm also happy you just mentioned that in the end, it's about the genders, the races, the age groups. Also, you still call it women empowerment. I think some of the people will come back and say, "Wow, we need another event or summit that is focusing on women." You know, why you make this gender topic like the main topic for your summit, but obviously it's a lot more than that. It's
yes.
3.5 days.
Yes, I need to shift. I think we need to shift from labels to just human, because they are the same, and now we are going into a new era where we will be humans and there will be technology and AI. So it's very important for the humanity to see that we need this bubble here to balance out the other bubble going very fast. Because the only thing that is differentiating us from AI is the connection in between people, the empathy and this kind of balance and how we grow together. So we need to focus on this and just forget the labels and grow together, help each other, elevate each other. And that means together we will thrive and we can counterbalance the technology.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I really like that. Thank you so much, Andrea. So how which areas you still need support and help? How can people reach out to you to help you with this massive event?
So basically, it's really going on very fast. I have a lot of experts, but I'm still searching for experts. So if you are a global expert, or if you would like to be presented globally, I would love to have you on board. So all the experts out there around the wheel of life, just search for it if you don't know. But I think everyone knows this circle. If you would like to participate in any of the topics, you are free to come and connect with me on LinkedIn. And even for the people who are watching this, I really want this summit to be for the people on the field. That means that it's not for other coaches or other experts. I would like to reach the people who are really suffering out there, who have really big difficulties to survive, who lost their jobs, who are struggling being a single mom, who are struggling to be a single father, who are just need some help and support. So that you can help by sharing my post, follow the hashtag WWW Global Summit, and just share the post with your audience so that we can reach more people. Because why I started this is that I want to show that a little drop in the ocean, like me, can create a big wave and a global impact. And with your help, we can reach more people. And this is why I'm really thankful for you, Patrick, also to give me this opportunity, because the more I talk about it, even the more people will see it and the more people I can reach and the more people we can help together.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, I also contribute only a small thing. So yeah, I'm happy you're doing that. I'm happy that there are people like you that are really putting so much efforts in that. So I hope a lot of people will support you and join you on October 1st to 4th. Of course, there will be the links in the video and the description also. Maybe some final words, because the half hour like passed so fast again. Some final words, I think, from you, some inspirational or motivational terms to people that are maybe a little bit, well, the lockdown has for sure had some impact on a lot of people being frustrated, being at home. Let us know how you encourage.
Yeah, I have 3 tips for those people who are a little bit more frustrated today and they need a little bit of breath. So to take a breath, you need to slow down. To slow down, you need to take a little bit of time for yourself. And if you are really struggling not being able to change your mood, don't be afraid to reach out. We are all here, we are all connected, and we are all in this together. So many of us are here to help. And all what you need to do is just to reach out, to connect, to write, to call, and you will get the positive vibes, and then it will be easier for you to go further. So that's my final message. Although we are digitalized, although we are all online, we are not as connected as before in real time. So let's just shift that, and let's just do more connection real time and real talks, and just reach out if you need help. That's it.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Andrea. I really appreciate your time, that you shared so much of your personal life, of your business life also. Yeah, thank you very much. And I'm wishing you really all the best for all your ventures, and especially for this summit happening October 1st to 4th.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for watching.
Thanks, and all the thanks to you, the audience watching and supporting my small podcast. I hope you will be back next week for a new episode of Ask Chat. Thanks, and have a great day.
Patricia Morgan here with Solutions for Resilience, all the way from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. How exciting to join you to discuss how to build your resiliency muscle, a muscle that women internationally need to face the challenges of 2020. We will explore collecting tools from the fields of positive psychology, emotional intelligence, social intelligence, and self-care. How to take care of your mind, your body, and your emotions, which also will include a little bit of fun and humor. I'll see you at the Global Online Women Empowerment Summit. It's time to think differently about empowerment. See you there.
Hi, my name is I'm an author, speaker, and certified law of attraction trainer, and also one of the speakers at the Global Women Empowerment Summit 2020. I would like to say thank you to Ms. Andrea, the founder and brainchild of the summit, for inviting me to be one of the speakers. I think you're amazing and phenomenal, Andrea. Keep rocking the world. I wrote a book called Born to Smile, Malaysia's first memoir about life with a cleft-lip and palate. I spent my early years dealing with a facial deformity, multiple surgeries, school bullies, and tactless people to last a lifetime of emotional baggage. I had to battle physical adversity with spiritual courage and went on to achieve important life goals. Yet, self-acceptance remains elusive. I know thousands of you out there faces challenges and tribulations and may struggle to achieve self-acceptance, self-love, and self-confidence. It is a journey to some of us to achieve the above, but it is possible with self-belief, determination, and internal strength. This book is written for everyone wanting to overcome adversity and to understand what it takes to pass self-criticism and low self-esteem. You can also achieve self-empowerment if you have enough desire to be real to who you are, be authentic, and allow yourself to make the changes from within, because after all, the pen is in your hand. We are in charge of our mind, therefore our results. Use your tribulations and trials as a protection and projection to become a better version of yourself in mind, body, and spirit. I hope to see all of you at the Global Empowerment Summit from the 1st to the 4th of October. Let's have fun, let's get inspired, and let's get connected. See all of you there. Sending my love and my light. Bye for now.
It began with a bold vision to build KL Metropolis, a development that would establish a new international trade and exhibition district in Malaysia, built in partnership with the government by NAZA Group's property arm, NAZA TTDI. The crown jewel of this grand vision is the Malaysia International Trade and Exhibition Centre, the preferred international destination for exhibitions and events. Like the fine gold and silver threads of the Songket weave that inspired its facade design, MyTech is the embodiment of refined craftsmanship, creativity, and precision. As Malaysia's largest exhibition centre, MyTech's functional spaces are unprecedented. Primed for exceptional displays, surrounded by state-of-the-art facilities and amenities. This iconic structure affirms a commitment to innovative excellence. It is a showpiece of engineering ingenuity. An enduring icon built for a new Malaysian era of success.